Okay, so I guess I haven't shown you guys this area of the property much. There's Chidi in the long grass. So I'm not sure if you can see amongst the long grass, but we have little trees we've planted, and some are doing better than others. The ones you really desperately want to go well don't. So we, what are you? Tropical apple. It will probably get eaten by fruit flies, let's be honest, but it would be great for the chickens and stuff. We'll just throw it. They'll probably even like the fruit fly larva in it. They love eating worms. This is, I can't even remember what this one is. We'll just find out when it grows, but something's been eating it. The avocados are going great. The only problem is that we have clay in the soil, so there's a good chance we may just have these big trees. Oh, this is a mango. You always go good, Mr. Mango. This is an avocado over here. Problem is that there's clay in the soil. So what we've been told is a lot of the species of avocado, once their roots hit clay, they either die of rot or become infertile. So we'll see. But we've got all these trees kind of laid out here, and so not where the grass is long. We're kind of doing the rise here just to make a little mini orchard, because the idea is we put a dam just where that burn pile is down there. And so this becomes a belt that kind of holds in moisture as well. As the water runs down, these guys can have it. And also then once we get past them, we get to keep these beautiful views as well, which we like. I think this was my Tamarillo, which didn't do too good, which is funny because the other one is gigantic, but oh well. And in the distance, I'll walk us over, you're gonna see the new coop. So we just had this built. We were thinking of first, like the plans was to put the chickens in it and maybe ducks, and have a giant aviary at the back. But it may just be evolving to the point that we keep the peacocks in it and some of the ducks. Oh, this is long grass, but there's no snakes in here. We'll find out. You'll hear a yelp and me swearing. Let's move up towards the shorter grass, shall we? Ooh, back to safety, relative safety. Hey, dog! So, we're actually thinking maybe keeping the chickens in another coop with another run, and instead of building a big aviary, having just a run attached onto this and having the peacocks here. And the reason that we want the peacocks and chickens in runs, one, we can go on holidays, but two, that dreaded blackhead. There's a few diseases that chickens carry that can really hurt turkeys, can really hurt peafowl, but they can pick it up from wild birds as well. They've just got quails, turkeys, peafowls are very susceptible to those diseases, and mass farming of chickens kind of created them, or at least helped them grow to these big sizes. And now wild bird populations have them as well. Now there's some noise in here. What's going on? Oh, you guys are playing. Oh, I'm sorry to interrupt you. So these are my peafowl. There's two more in the house, and there's Percival, the adult. We'll move him in here, but he scraped his nose or his beak when we tried to move him the first time, so we're going to let that heal. They haven't worked out how to jump on the perch yet, but I'm hoping that Percival will teach them how to do that. So he'll move into here. It's smaller than what he's in at the moment, but you can see these doors are going to open up and there'll be a run, probably only maybe 3 or 4 meters out this way, but all the way up to there and round. So a pretty decent sized run, and it's going to have a roof on it and everything, so the roof will just be attached to here, like a netting roof, so you can go out and wander, not worry about being predated by any hawks. Dam goes down here, so you can let the ducks out and they can run down into there if you felt like it. And I was thinking we could plant some banana trees in here because they grow very quickly, can give them cover, and there's also fruit, and you can grab it and chuck it to them and take the other stuff inside. And they're not like your traditional tree. They grow up, make a banana, and then that's pretty much it for them. They're kind of a weed grass thing. I don't know what they are. A weed that fruits. Come on, mister, work it out. So I was like laying out a line in the sun today, working out how big I can get the run without it having like a path and a mower. And yeah, this is one of the best views of the property you can only see when you're inside the coop pretty much. And the runs will obscure it a bit. But at the same time, I think we didn't walk down here very often. So I like the idea of maybe sitting in the run with the birds and looking at the view. And yeah, there'll be a fence obscuring it, but otherwise you wouldn't come down here. So it's actually quite nice coming down and feeding them and then seeing this view here. And this is the spot we're thinking about the aviary. And again, there's beautiful views this way where you can see the mountains. So this is where we're thinking of putting the bigger aviary. We may still put an aviary in place, but the run may be enough. And the peacocks will free range on occasion. It's just during rainy season, that's when you lock them up and try and stop them from getting worms and all the rest of the stuff that can really hurt them. And then once it gets into a drier season, they come back. They're able to free range and go back outside. So that's probably what we're going to do, is an augmented system like that. And also during breeding season. So maybe for 4 or 5 months a year, they're in a run, the coop, and closed in. And then the other part of the year, they're out roaming. And there's a goanna somewhere up the tree over there. So it stops him from getting eaten by goannas. I think he's still up there. I chased him up there 2 hours ago. Threw some sticks at him. Hopefully he's got the message, which is to bugger off. And here's the views that they'll see from the aviary if we ever build it. Have to do something here. I want reasons to come down to this spot because it's beautiful. The views out there are beautiful. So the river is just down in here. So it actually kind of follows along this paddock here. There's a river edge just so you can kind of see the dam, and then you go down the hill into the river. So we're thinking of cutting a path down and it curves round and we can get to the river, which is down there. So it may be that we have our private river access, so we walk down into the river here between the aviary and the shed. And that may be a good use because then we can, if the path's nice enough, the ducks may wander down there and get some play in the river, which would be lovely for them. And it's a nice spot where we can swim as well. There's a log jam further up, like in here, from where the river is. Like, so the river kind of curves around. It's really nice to swim here. And there's a log jam around here, which makes the water still. And it can be quite a nice spot to swim. And there's a nice spot there as well. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. But I thought I'd update you on the new coop. First thing we put in, which is, not like a repair into the property. It meant cutting down a tree. I should put that video up actually. And but yeah, you can see why I want a run, because that's a hawk right there. These guys are just regular doves probably flying away from him. But that was a hawk there. And my little chickens are tiny. Some of them are, like half a kilo. They're basically a chicken nugget. So I want them not to get eaten if we ever put the chickens in there. But nice netted run will be perfect. May even stop the possums from eating the bananas. So it may be a win-win having the bananas there. And they're leaving. They're possibly a bit too big for the hawk, but they probably just don't like being around him. And the only other thing that, if you're watching this tomorrow, as Monday, so you know how I said we're getting flooded in all the time? So I'm not sure if you can see in the distance, but that is water hammering down into the mountains there. And we're looking at another, so even though it's not here, it may not swing into the valley here. We're looking at another 100 mils or so hitting today and tomorrow morning. There's a good chance I'm going to be flooded in for a couple of days. So we'll see. I wish I could show the cows, but they're all the way down in the distance. I found out yesterday the 2 calves are both boys, which is a bother. So we'll keep them. They're good lawn mowers and they're cute. They'll just lose their nuts at one point to stop them from becoming angry bulls and having sex with their parents. And they can live here comfortably and live their whole lives here and not go onto a dinner plate. Hey Cheaty, you just want to eat them. Cheaty, by the way, he is awesome at chasing cows. So Jordan, the farmer used to adjust here, he's adjusting down the road, and all the cows that are used to this place walked up the road into the neighbor's house, like into their front paddock. Oh, they're doing it like 3 or 4 times in like the space of 2 days. Like we were just chasing them down, but Cheaty kind of made short work of it. He just chases them right into where they're supposed to be in the paddock, in like the neighbor's paddock. He has the best time. It does not wear him down, Dad. He will run like kilometers chasing him back and forth, and he'll get tired for like a couple of minutes, and then we'll go back to chasing the ducks and the geese. He has been a challenge. I complain about him all the time. I threaten to, adopt him out to another house. There's still that worry if we can't break him of it. No one wants a working dog that will eat their chickens or ducks. So I'm really trying to train him, but he does a real good job with the cows. So we'll just keep training him. You problematic mutt. I love you, but oh my God. Yep. Another reason why I'm getting so many runs, Dad, it's just to not have them free ranging for a period of time while I train Cheaty. Give him a good go at becoming a good farm dog, and not one that bounces around from home to home while I try and work out who can handle a high needs dog that can't be around poultry. There won't be many places in the world for him if we don't do the right job, and we want to keep him. And we definitely don't want him, bouncing around and getting put down. So we're going to fix it up, mister. We do. His sister does not chase chickens or ducks. It's just you. Yeah, because you've learnt that you like chewing on their feathers. Though they did get her younger because she was a bit easier to train. I should stop yammering, Dad. I'll make another video or something else. Don't think you keep looking at the view. Bye, Cheats.